Shepherd. Show today. Oh, wow. I didn't know it was my name was Sherri till you screamed it, girl. Hey. Hello. Today is a great day. It's going to be a great show today because I'm very excited. We have from Watch What Happens Live, Andy Cohen is here. When I tell you I got some stuff to ask Mr. Cohen. You know, because Andy's usually asking all of the housewives stuff and on all the reunions, and I want to know, like, what does he think about all of this, the shenanigans and things going on. Plus, we have comedian and my good friend and your good friend, John, Yamaneika Saunders is in my lab lounge. You know, you work with Yamaneika for a minute there. You and Yamaneika worked together. I was very jealous.
Yeah, look, back in 2015, Yamaneika and we tested for a pilot together.
Yes.
And we worked on the Meredith Vieira show.
That's right, you did.
Yes. Meredith, the OG of The View, we did a panel together. And we had to share a dressing room together.
You did, but I remember.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is Yamaneika. Like, she is the sweetest heart. She's, like, one of the funniest comics. You got to go see her at the Cellar if you're in New York. So hysterical. But, John, I didn't know Yamaneika at the time, and you always used to say, yeah, Yamaneika this, Yamaneika that. I was so jealous. I was like, she don't smile like I do, though. Yamaneika.
And now I feel like you stole him. You know, so Kim Whitley always says you stole me from her.
Yes.
Which is true, because I knew Kim Whitley first.
That's right.
I feel like you don't took Yamaneika from me now.
I have, because now Yamaneika is one of my bestest friends.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we share everything. Just show you, before getting to be jealous of somebody, you got to get to know them, and you might find out they become your best friend.
Yeah.
So yesterday, oh my gosh, y'all, yesterday, if you saw the show, we had Michelle Miller on the show, and Michelle Miller is a 3-decade journalist on CBS.
CBS Saturday mornings.
CBS Saturday morning, and she's a first-time author. But I literally could have talked to Michelle all day because she's got such a great life story. And it's so, like, her story was so interesting. She grew up biracial, not knowing who her mother was. Her father was Black, her mother was Latina. And so her mother literally abandoned her at the hospital because her parents, the mother's family, didn't like the fact that she was dating a Black man. And so they gave her an ultimatum. It's him or us. And she chose to leave her daughter at the hospital, go back to her family. So Michelle grew up not knowing who her mother was, raised by her father's family. But you got, like, that's the first person in your life. That's traumatic. And then she found her mother 30 years later, successful, and her mother still didn't want her and still wouldn't claim her. And just reading the book, I was thinking to myself, clap if you have children. Clap. Yes, okay. So as a mother, I'm reading her book and I'm going, I can't ever see picking somebody over my son. Like that is, I will go to war for my son. And even if you tell me it's him or me, you got to go. And so this book, without giving everything away, because she went through a whole bunch of stuff, but the fact that she had learned to forgive and move on, despite the fact that, you know, the woman in her life still says no, she wrote a book about it, and it's called Belonging, and I urge you to go grab it. It is so fascinating. It was page-turning. Literally, I think somebody should make a movie of this woman's book. It was so good.
Maybe you can.
Maybe I could produce it. I would love to.
I think you should produce
it. Because it got me so much. So, Michelle, thank you so much for coming on, and I'm glad that you were able to find love and forgiveness and a silver lining. Oh, my gosh. Thank you, girl. Now, y'all, Nick Cannon, this one right here. Okay, this... He had a very confusing day on Mother's Day. So... If you don't know, you may have heard that Nick has 12 kids with 6 different women. So on a recent episode, I can hear y'all murmur right there, right? On a recent episode of his morning show, The Daily Cannon, Nick says that he mixed up the Mother's Day cards. Take a look.
And I was doing handwritten messages from the heart.
I love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
how'd you deliver them?
So then as I'm writing a handwritten message,
Nick.
I get the cards mixed up.
I know it. I know he was gonna say that. I know it.
And then so when one baby mama reads the card about how I feel about the other baby.
Wow.
See, if I would have just got some generic that everybody else got, that wouldn't happen.
No, you would have focused.
Okay, look, I don't know who the little one is inside, because she talking about if he would have focused, that was a 12, that was 12 kids later. Now you're trying to tell him to focus, but it's the wrong time to be telling him to focus. But Nick, do you understand what this means to your baby mamas? If you're going to have 6 baby mamas, then you're gonna need a secretary or something. Like, Nick, you need a baby mama secretary. And if you and then Nick said that he's gonna have more babies in the future, which means you're gonna have more baby mamas in the future. You're gonna have to get reorganized. Somewhere along the line, you're gonna have to develop a better system, because these kids are going to get older. And if you're sending the baby mamas the wrong cards, you're gonna be sending the kids the wrong cards and gifts. Like, what are you gonna do? Send a graduation card to the 3-year-old? I mean, you know, and this is not the time, Nick, to be slowing down in the race, because you already blew the whistle. You are here. You got 12 kids, you got 6 baby mamas. Now number one, start by sitting up in your chair. This right here. If you're gonna be a daddy to 12 kids, hey, you blew the whistle, you fired the shots. Now, come on now. So not only is Nick Cannon giving out the wrong name on the card, I guarantee he probably saying the wrong name during sex, okay? Because personally, I don't know how you keep up with 6 different women. That's just me. And one of the baby mamas sitting there in the room.
Studio, yeah.
And I don't know what's wrong with this girl. For real.
She got the right card, Sherri.
Maybe she got the right card,
yeah.
you know. But Nick, you got to be more careful, because that actually, even though it's a lot of them, that still hurts. Because I'm gonna tell you, I remember I was 19 years old. My ex-boyfriend sent me the wrong card one time. So I was 19. He was in prison, and so. So he was in prison. Don't be Sherri. Yes, Sherri. And so. He was seeing other women, and I didn't even know, because I thought he was in prison. I thought it was just him and I. And I got my card, and it was like a Valentine's Day card, and I was so excited to get his card. It had the prison stamp on there and everything. And I opened up the card, and it said, "Lisa, you are the love of my life." And I'm over here going, who is Lisa? Meanwhile, Lisa on the other side of town got the card that said, Sherri, you are the love of my life. And when I tell you, I saw that card, I was so hurt. But that's what happens when you're 19, you're dating somebody in prison. You didn't even think it right. And I remember, because back then they would make the collect calls, and it was an operator that would say, are you gonna accept the call? So before I said no, I was like, I'm not sending you no more Walkmans. I'm not putting no more money on your books. And so then I was like, and then no, I'm not gonna, wait a minute, hold on, before I say no, and I hate you. And then, no, I'm not gonna accept it. So that does hurt. So Nick, I just say you gotta get reorganized. You gotta figure out what's going on in life, because the kids are getting older. The baby mamas are not going anywhere, so you can't keep doing this. So don't do that again, Nick. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so we'll let Nick Cannon deal with Nick Cannon stuff. Now, y'all, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kim Zolciak is divorcing her husband, Kroy, after, yes, they have been married 11 years. And so despite their differences, the soon-to-be exes are still living together in the same house. So sources say that they are avoiding each other in every possible way. Okay, this is what I say. First of all, that's a mansion. That's not a house. That's a mansion. Try being in a one-bedroom apartment and going through a divorce. Then you can tell me that you're really trying to avoid each other, because the only place you go is in the bathroom to hide away. These two people can, anywhere they go, even if Kroy stays in the garage, that's a studio apartment. And their house is so huge, Kroy could be on the kitchen table, Kim could be on the kitchen counter, and they still will avoid each other. If you've ever seen the show, their kitchen is huge. So, you know, the thing I say, though, is staying in the same house with an ex could be very dangerous, because you can avoid each other in the daytime, but those nights after you put them kids to sleep, you ever heard that song ago? You get a little lonely sometimes.
Lenny Williams.
Lenny Williams, yeah. Yes. And there's something that happens in between the hours of about 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. Those are called booty call hours right there. Because what happens, I don't know about a man, but a woman, we laying up in bed and you feeling lonely, you start thinking about your ex and all the good times. They don't look so bad. They don't look so bad. Between 11 and 2, everybody got that filter over them, that old sexy filter over them. 11 and 2, that's when you get up in that lingerie, you go to the kitchen, you be bending down all slow, trying to get something to eat. I said, Kim, you better be careful about going to get those midnight snacks, because they can become more than a midnight snack. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, ask your mama. They know. So, I don't know, Kim and Kroy, they may not be divorcing after all, trying to avoid each other in that one. But y'all, there's a trend that has people wondering what and why, and it involves toenails. So this one, everybody posts everything. I don't understand it. There's a woman who posted a video of her long toenail design, and she showed how she is able to fit it into her shoes. Okay, this woman made her toenails into a ponytail. Literally, so that she could put the socks on and then to put these gym shoes on. She put a rubber band around her toenails to be able to fit into her shoes. So I'm looking at this lady going, you're gonna screw up your toes just so you can put them in shoes. Why don't you just cut your toenail? Like, you gotta make me understand why you would wanna have, those are not toenails, those are talons right there. And there is nobody in bed wants to get scratched up by long toenails. Can you imagine long toenails going up somebody's leg? That's that Freddy Krueger stuff. That literally. Tell me, y'all, anybody sitting here, if you laying in bed, do you want long clap if you want long toenails. One woman wants long toenails going up. You are weird, lady. I don't know what. That is weird. And then you're looking at your man. Does he have long toenails? And he's okay. And he's looking at you like, and I'm not about to grow them that long. That is the weirdest thing, like long toenails. I feel like I want to start a toenail GoFundMe for this lady to go get some therapy, because it's like, and you got long nails and long toenails. Like, she don't want to pick up everything with her toenails and put it over here. Be, picking up stuff. So I don't know about this lady, but there's a woman This one is even worse. This one, a woman gave her husband, although the husbands may like this one, the woman gave her husband the gift of his dreams for his 40th birthday, which was a threesome, Marco. Oh. It was a threesome. That's what I thought something meant. I like the same. Now, this was so funny.
Sound like a good gift.
The same man that was clapping who won't grow long toenails was like, but threesome? Yes. Now, Pamela Druckerman says when she offered to buy her husband a vintage watch for his birthday, he turned it down. He said he would prefer a threesome with her and another woman. Ooh. So Pamela ended up giving in, and she made it a mission to find the perfect woman for the threesome. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know a threesome that has ended well. I just don't. I don't judge anybody who wants to get freaky like that, but the one thing I will say, Pamela, once you open up the door to a threesome, it's hard to close that sucker up. Like, you start doing threesomes, and threesomes is like crack. Like, once you start it, it's hard to stop. Because here's the thing. Once your husband gets a taste of the good stuff, he's not gonna wanna stop. The thing about threesomes, if you're gonna do a threesome, then she needs to be ugly as hell. Cause I'm guessing because the problem is, at some point you doing a threesome, like I literally was thinking about that. At some point you doing a threesome, Pamela, you gonna get tired. Then you gonna look at her and go, can you take over? And then that's the problem. The last thing you wanna do is a takeover, because you do a takeover and you tap out and she comes in with the baton. And then now your husband, look at this with the maybe long toenails. You might wanna grow the toenails. Then you looking at him and he looking at the one that done tapped in and he's going, wow, wow, wow. And then the last thing you want your husband to think is, this is what I've been missing. Because when you open the door so much and you open up that door to your bedroom, I'm old school. I believe in the marital vows. I don't care. I do not care if the woman is a stranger or not. It would not be another woman in my bed. Because the only people I want rubbing their ashy feet on you is me. That's it. Oh my gosh. And he could forget about a threesome for his birthday. Yeah, I say, girl, you better get that man a watch because you know what happens with threesomes? At some point, it's gonna become a twosome, and you may not be the one in the twosome with all of that mess. Ooh. You better watch yourself, Pamela. Watch yourself, girl. Y'all don't go anywhere because up next we are chatting with host and author Andy Cohen. Laugh every night on his shit show. Watch What Happens Live. Now he's sharing a new side in his book, The Daddy Diaries, about fatherhood and the year he grew up. Please welcome Andy Cohen.
This book to come out so I could come on your show. I'm so happy to be here, and you were cracking me up back there. Now, I will say, in the dressing room,
yes,
there's a big sign.
Yes.
Do you know what it says?
No, what does it say?
White people, we need to talk. So I'm here. What do you want to talk to me about?
Everything and everything. But before we even get into it, I want to congratulate you because you got a star on the Walk of Fame in your hometown.
Yes.
Of St. Louis.
You know what?
How does it feel?
It felt really good. I got one in Hollywood last year.
Yes.
But that was nothing compared to St. Louis.
Your hometown.
My family was so excited.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I love representing St. Louis.
You go hard for St. Louis.
I do go hard for St. Louis.
You really do.
Yes, you're right.
And I love it, and I love watching and following you because you're a dad. Now, you got Lucy, your daughter Lucy. She just celebrated her first birthday.
Yes, yes.
You had a birthday party for Lucy.
Yep.
So what did you have a big, like, horses and Carrie, what did you do?
I didn't. You know why?
Why?
She doesn't know what the hell's going on. She barely wanted any cake when I gave it to her.
Yeah.
So I made the mistake. I paid so much money for some stupid fireman cake for Ben for his birthday, which he would barely look at. So I got her, I don't even remember what the cake was. And it didn't matter.
Because she just wanted to play.
We had balloons. She wanted to play with a balloon.
That's it. And
yes.
I have to tell you, Andy, you are so funny because I was watching you on Instagram and you made Lucy so mad because you gave Ben ice cream.
Yeah.
And you didn't give it to Lucy.
Yeah.
And the look on your face when you was trying to hold it together.
Yes.
Like, look, because she's at that age where it'll be like the terrible twos, like going
Yes. Well, no, I'm in the middle. You know, the terrible threes.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben's 4 now, but he's got a little carryover from his three-nager years.
Just three-nager?
And it is brutal. It's like negotiating with the terrorists 24/7.
It really is.
It really is.
Like,
I'm like, you have me captive, little boy. And I don't like it. I like to be the boss.
See, that's the thing about being a parent. It looks easy, but it's hard.
That is one of the reasons I wrote the book. I've written 2 other diary books, but this one is all
Daddy Diaries.
You know, I'm dropping all the names, I'm telling all the tea, I'm spilling the secrets and making you laugh. But there's a lot I'm hearing from so many parents who are saying, I feel seen. This is exactly what I'm going through.
Because this is different from the other books. Like, this is a side of you that a lot of people didn't get before.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you're telling stuff. So it's like, you know, being a single father, because I'm a single mother.
I know.
And we both have careers.
Yes.
How are you handling that? How are you getting in kind of balance?
It's a lot. Balance is the thing that you strive for.
That's
but
right.
you know, you have this thing where you're hanging out with your son for 3 hours, and then you leave and you go to work and you think, did I spend enough time with him? And what about Lucy? I mean, it's always that. And as a single parent, you want to be everything for them, everything, and represent everything.
Yes.
And it's hard, you know?
You know what I realized, Andy?
What?
No matter what we do, our kids are going to be in therapy because of something we did or didn't do.
I know.
If we overprotect them, they're going to be in therapy.
I know. I'm just worried that I'm going to have a little like Christina Crawford on my hand writing a book.
No, you're not.
What's the book going to be? I think you and I should date.
Okay, first of all,
I mean, we would be
because I was just going to ask
We
you
would
about
be
that.
cute. I would not fulfill you sexually, which would be a problem.
See, now you'd be the proponent for can we get a threesome? Making me go all
Totally.
I already know Andrew.
Like, let's go find him.
I'll be sitting over here going, you and Anderson, I can't handle both of you. Damn.
I love your clock out line. When you clock out of the threesome and the other person steps in. You have me cracking up.
The tap out?
You tap out.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Don't promise
You want to
me.
ask me what? About threesomes?
No, I want to ask you about threesomes.
About tapping out?
I kind of got an insight into your mind already.
Okay, yeah, I already told her in the back. Some of them work.
You did. I was going to ask you about, because you're not married and you're very single and you've talked about wanting to be married.
Yes.
And I'm just in, and I threw in Anderson Cooper's name because you guys get along so well together.
We could have some good threesomes, me and Anderson. No, because by the way, excuse me. No, that is what it would take because we are truly just friends.
Y'all like
We
brothers?
really are. Yeah, I mean, we've gotten so much closer over the years, and I love him to death. And it's also so fun being a part of a duo. I've always been kind of a solo act.
Right.
And it's fun for us. You know, we've toured the country, 50 plus cities, and obviously we're on New Year's Eve every year, and we just have so much fun. And I love him, and I love making him giggle. It just makes me
when you can make Anderson laugh,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
All right, so we got to start looking for other people. All right, so it's not
or a
Anderson.
throuple situation.
You and this threesome.
Well, you put it in my head,
You see what happened when you
Sherri.
open up the door? When you open up the door?
Yeah, exactly. See that?
You can't get it out of your head.
Men are filth.
No, they not. And you are not. No, wait a minute.
Thank you.
Okay, before you go, because I have got to talk to you, I saw the trailer for New York Housewives.
Yes.
It's coming back. It's a reboot.
Yes,
you got
it's a reboot. Yes. This
So,
is...
like, Twitter is going crazy because a lot of people feel like, where are the ones that we know?
Well, the ones that we know will be back for Legacy, Ultimate Girls Trip Legacy.
Okay.
And you know what? It is, this is a group of super happening women. They are diverse. They live all over the city.
Yeah.
Everything is represented and everyone is represented. They're a group of friends. They are legit. They are fashion. And don't worry, they still fight about stupid stuff, everybody.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay, so we got them. So now the season finale, this is the one I'm waiting for, of Vanderpump Rules.
Tonight, yes.
Tonight. Okay.
Yes, and then I've got the first interview with Ariana live after the finale.
Okay, this is what, because this is the cheating scandal that this rocked the world.
Yes.
Ariana, Raquel. I'm not feeling Raquel.
Okay.
Because
you're not the only one.
Yeah, she's with her man, but Raquel was sleeping with her man and telling Ariana at the same time, like, y'all good together.
Yes.
They're right there. Everybody on Twitter, and I think I wrote one tweet, like, Raquel, somebody's supposed to show up at her door. Like Ariana and all her girlfriends.
Excuse me, let me dial back. Sherri says, I think I wrote one tweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what, is it gonna be a lot of drama on this finale?
No, it's pretty quiet. No, yes, it is. You will see what's happening now, starting tonight on Vanderpump Rules, is the reckoning. Everyone has known about this.
Yeah.
Now everyone wants to see Ariana confront Tom. They want to see the friends get in there and confront Tom and Raquel. This begins tonight and continues with the big reunion, which starts next week and is 3 parts and is phenomenal.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Andy. Okay, so we got that. New Jersey Housewives.
Yes.
Okay, so Teresa is gonna be here. Teresa Giudice is gonna be here.
Yes.
Now, it's been a long, like this drama with her and Melissa is very sad, but it's been going on for a long time.
Long time,
like,
merry-go-round.
Can we get a different drama?
Yeah, that'd be good.
So like, what
Yes.
are we gonna? Okay, so when she comes here,
yes.
Is there anything I should ask Teresa? Like, did you want me to ask?
That I want you to ask?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel complete. She was on my show last night.
Yeah.
But I think, you know what, she's living in her love bubble. She's happily ever after.
With
All
Louis.
the women are coming for Louis. And I think you need to ask her about how she feels about that.
Everybody
and
from
about
Louis.
how Louis feels about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now, can they get more, like, now they're not together. Like, I don't know. How do you feel about the fact that when people get together, like, marriages end and family don't talk to each other?
Well, what do you mean when people get together? You mean as a result of the show?
Like, as a result of the show.
I think as in life, a lot of good has happened as a result of the show and not good. I think you could talk to a lot of housewives, like several in Orange County, like Tamra and Vicky, who wound up splitting up from their men on the show, but then wound up, well, Vicky not yet, but Tamra falling in love and in like the middle of a super happy relationship. I don't know if she would have had the strength at the time to get out of that relationship. So we follow life as it happens, and sometimes it's not pretty, and sometimes it's great.
Okay, so I hear you want Chrissy Teigen to be a Real Housewife.
I would love it.
Chrissy
She's on my
Teigen.
show tomorrow night. I think she'd be a great housewife of Beverly Hills.
What's a perfect housewife to you?
Well, I think someone who's outspoken, someone who's not afraid to let us in, let the cameras in, someone who leads somewhat of an aspirational life. I mean, you want to be able to look inside the kitchen and want to look inside there and not say that's a dump.
Okay.
And, you know, you want the person to be friends with people in the group or fit in the group.
Right.
And I think Chrissy really does.
I
don't think she'll ever do it, by the way.
You think John wouldn't want her? Do you think John would be on there with her?
I just don't see it happening. She says she's not a very confrontational person, but she's so good at clapping back on Twitter.
She really is.
Yeah, she really is.
I would like to see Chrissy. That might be cool.
Yes.
Y'all, up next, since Andy knows all things housewives, we're gonna put him to the test against our pop culture expert, Norman Baker. Keep it here. All right. Andy Cohen. The Real Housewives franchise has dominated reality TV by introducing us to some of the most dynamic women on TV. So many have come and gone, and I thought I would put our guest Andy Cohen and our pop culture expert Norman Baker to the ultimate test of housewives past. Now I'm gonna read off clues about former housewives. Whoever buzzes first has 5 seconds to guess the housewife. And the first person to get 5 correct will be crowned King of the Housewives.
Oh.
All right, so Andy, Norman, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
I'm ready.
Here we go. This peach is sure to throw shade with a smile. This Southern belle has her very own president and prince. Did Norman?
Do I have to?
Okay, what?
I was told to wait until.
Okay, I'm gonna let you say this last one.
I know who it is.
Norman didn't learn. We don't play by the rules.
Okay.
All right. You might catch her taking an ultimate girls trip. Okay. All right. When you tell a dungeon, she wants you to make one. All right. Andy, did you say? Who do you say?
Go for it.
Phaedra Parks. That is it. Okay, here we go.
Does this thing work?
This New York housewife is known to make it nice. Mess with her and you might get knocked out of her manner. She'll definitely let you know if you're wearing Giovanni. I think Andy hit it first.
Did you finish?
Yes, I finished.
Dorinda Medley.
Dorinda Medley. Okay. Come on, Norman.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
we're just waiting
Come
until
on.
we can buzz in.
All right. This actress dominated the 90210 for 2 seasons. Her love life was quite the storyline in Beverly Hills. Some may call her a wild thing. She's a winner. Norman, did you hit that?
Yeah.
What?
That is Bravo, effing Bravo, Denise Richards.
Yes! Okay, here we go. This juicy Atlanta peach is known to say whatever is on her mind. She was my co-host on Dish Nation. We still don't know what happened between her and Bolo, Ms. Nigerian Queen. Who is she? Oh, Andy.
Portia.
Portia. All right, Andy with the 3 points. For 11 seasons, she was the voice of reason and the epitome of class. Her cheekbones ruled Atlanta. We might see her pop up this season on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Norman.
It's Miss Cynthia Bailey.
Cynthia Bailey is correct. All right, here we go. This New York housewife has no problem with you mentioning it all. I love her skinny margaritas. She built her own brand and empire through her time on TV. Who cares? Oh,
Bethany
Andy.
Frankel.
Bethany Frankel. All right, here we go. She's the self-proclaimed queen of Beverly Hills. Her restaurant has made quite a stir in the spin-off series. And being from London, she was Norman.
That is Lisa Vanderpump.
All right. Some may say she's a housewife that started it all. She's a founding member of Tres Amigas. She's the OG of the OC. What? Who? Andy.
Victoria Gunvalson.
Yeah. Okay, Andy Cohen, you are the winner. You are the king of the housewives. Bring out Andy's crown, his sash. Oh my God, and his trophy.
Oh, this is great.
He is the king of housewives. And Norman, Andy brought you tickets to watch what happens live. Andy, thank you so much for being here. I love you. You are the only one I might consider doing a threesome with, Andy. Andy. No, just
I got a party gift too.
Y'all catch Andy weeknights on Watch What Happens Live. And studio audience, you are all getting Andy's book, The Daddy Diaries. Yeah. Up next, Yamaneika Saunders joins me in my Laugh Lounge.
Enjoy, everybody.
Enjoy it. My next guest has been called the queen of the comedy scene, and she is. She currently appears as Amy Schumer's best friend on the Hulu comedy series Life and Beth. And in real life, she is one of my besties, too. Please welcome Yamaneika Saunders to my Laugh Lounge. Yamaneika!
Yeah,
Girl, look at you, looking beautiful. You are cat mom to Brooklyn and Pryor.
Yes.
How the 2 kitties doing?
I love cats, but they don't love me.
Really?
Yeah. I think if you have cats, you have low self-esteem.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
Because you gotta constantly call them things to you. I pay for them to live in my house, and they don't pay me no attention. I actually got Brooklyn first, and then one of my friends was like, you gotta get another cat for Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? So I searched high and low to get another cat. Now I got another cat for Brooklyn, realized I brought a man into the house for him, and I ain't got one.
Oh my gosh. So, and I hear also not only Brooklyn and Pryor, but you have 7 god kids?
Yes. Oh my God.
7?
Everybody want me to be their godparent.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't like the kids like that.
Okay.
Absolutely not. And godparent is a lot of responsibility. You know, if something happens to my friends, then I gotta take care of that kid.
Yeah.
I told one of my friends, I said, don't go on vacation with your husband now, okay?
Okay.
Because if you go on a vacation with him and something happened to y'all and that kid is my responsibility, that kid is also dead because I can't be bothered with him. I'm busy. Go be with your parents in the afterlife.
Okay, girl. Okay, I can understand kids. 7 guy kids is a lot, girl.
Yes.
But do you ever have to babysit them?
Of course I have to babysit because I ain't got no kids, so they always asking me to babysit. Now, I don't like the little ones. You understand?
What's
the
wrong?
newborns, because the newborns are lazy because their necks don't lock in. Okay. I don't want to be holding him and it's like, you got to put in some of the work, okay? Now, I will, babysit some of the older ones, but it's just, one of my friends called me one day. She said, can you go pick up my daughter, right? Who's my goddaughter, but I don't mess with her like that. So I said, fine. She said, okay, before you go, I need you to print out an email. And I was like, what do I need to print an email for? She said, well, the school has to see the email. Then I had to print, I have a passcode that the girl knew I was supposed to know. I said, who the hell am I picking up? The president? I get there, then I got to give the passcode, I give the email, and I had just smoked weed, so, I was already... So I'm trying to wait before it started kicking in, and then I'm looking at the girl, and the little girl act like she don't know what the passcode is. I said, girl, if you don't come on, and I had to start the process all over again, and it's just so different because, I grew up in the 80s. How many people grew up in the 80s?
Yes, okay.
We didn't have that kind of system in the 80s.
Not at all.
No. Nobody was checking in. I could be playing on the playground, right?
Yes.
And a crackhead could overhear my name.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Just Eureka or something.
Yeah.
For me, right? Next thing you know, he come to the school and just be like, hey, I'm here to get Eureka. Don't even have my name right. And the teacher be like, yeah, go ahead and take her.
Eureka.
Yeah. She'll go right to the school and be like, hey, yeah, a crackhead is outside, said he's supposed to be taking you to the park. And make sure you got your crack pipe.
Okay. So now, I don't know, do you think that millennials had it better than you?
I had a conversation with a millennial. Talking to them is exhausting.
Okay.
Because they got the millennials, now they got the new generation, the Xeroxes or whatever they call it. Yeah. So they always try to act like, the millennials act like they had it so tough. And I was talking to one of them, and she said, we had Dora the Explorer, which was so irresponsible because Dora was out and by herself, I said, no, Dora was doing good because you knew she came from parents, right?
Yeah.
The parents put her out the house and told her to go in the forest with the monkey.
Yes.
We had Pippi Longstocking, no telling who, right? Pippi ain't had no mama. You can tell Pippi ain't had no mama because her hair was sticking out like this. Didn't nobody tell her how to do her hair. She had a horse, a house. I was like, what's happening here?
Oh my gosh. Now, besides Pippi, you get annoyed when it comes to kids and allergies.
Oh my goodness. If we go to war, we in trouble.
Okay.
Okay, because this new generation, they allergic to everything.
Yes.
My friend just had a daughter. She said the little girl is allergic to the sun. I said, what? I don't even know how she tested that. I said, would you put her outside like a raisin? She allergic to the sun, you're going to have to get rid of her. I mean, there's so many allergies, and I think they think that people from Generation X are not like really, considerate of the allergies. But in the 80s, we didn't have allergies like that.
We didn't.
Everybody allergic to this. One of my friends said her son can't have lunch now because they got peanut allergies.
Yes.
And I said, what are you talking about, peanut allergies? They can't have lunch. I said, in the 80s, nobody had a peanut allergy.
Right.
And if they did, we just let them die. We gotta have lunch now. We ain't cutting out lunch for you. You can't have peanuts. Now, I said that in Vermont, and a lady got upset with me when I said that.
Yeah.
Number one, I had no business being in Vermont because ain't no black people in Vermont. I was the only black person there.
Gosh.
And this woman stood up and she said, how dare you say that about peanut allergies? You were so disrespectful. My daughter has a peanut allergy. I didn't know this woman at all. I said, oh, that's crazy. Your daughter has a peanut allergy? That's nuts.
Yamaneika, you are so crazy. I want to say thank you so much for being here. You can follow Yamaneika on her Instagram and YouTube channel. Go to SherriShowTV.com for more information on Yamaneika, and we'll be right back. Unfiltered. I am here with Latavia from New Jersey. All right, Latavia, I'm gonna show you a filtered photo of a celebrity zaddy, and you have to guess who it is. All right, here is your filtered zaddy. All right, this Aquaman got his start on Baywatch Hawaii. His signature, who is it? You know it?
No.
Okay, his signature eyebrow slit is actually a scar. Everybody was shocked by his breakup with Lisa Bonet. Lisa Bonet. What the Jason Momoa is going on here?
Yeah.
Jason Momoa, you got it, girl. Next is Brandon from Kentucky. So Brandon, here's your filtered zaddy. All right, here's some clues. This zaddy was born in Vienna, Australia. His wife, Nicole Airy Parker, is just as beautiful as he is. He keeps the temperature rising at station 19.
Well, I just had a baby. My wife called me Zaddy now, but...
Okay. All right, besides you, who would he might be? What the Boris Kojo is going on?
Yeah, Boris Kojo, that's the one.
All right, come on over here. Here is Farrah from Boston. Put your zaddy up. All right, this zaddy has dimples to die for. This zaddy was always saved by the bell. And this zaddy, you can count on him for access to all things Hollywood. I swear if y'all Mario Lopez's don't be quiet.
Mario Lopez!
There you go, y'all come on in. Thank you all for playing, and you are getting a $100 gift card to Lasagna Restaurante. We'll be right back. It's time for Tell Me Something Good, and I'm here with Marilyn and her family from Buffalo, New York. So Marilyn, tell me something good.
Hi, Sherri. My name is Marilyn. I'm here with Joseph Young, Tracy Adams, and Brianna, all from Buffalo, New York, and we are taking roller skating to another level with our Mentoring on Wheels roller skating program.
Oh, really?
So what we do is, we teach them roller skating skills, and we also meet their needs by addressing their social and emotional health.
Oh, nice.
So we're keeping them active all summer long. We're seeing what else is wrong with them and providing mentoring.
Thank you so much. And this is so great. We're gonna send you for lunch at Chelsea House Restaurant. We will be right back, so go get something to eat before you skate. Tomorrow, Brisha Webb will be here. Until then, be intentional about having a good time. Bye-bye.
Nice.